Today I want to discuss how to tell when your plant is root bound and needs attention. I'm going to focus on these 4 types of plants today. 3 of them are succulents, 1 is another drought tolerant perennial. This is an aloe tiger tooth, this is an aeonium velour, and this is a phormium or New Zealand flax black adder. So how do you tell when your plant is root bound and needs attention or needs to be put in the ground or needs a bigger pot? The first indication to me is paleness in color. This agave blue flame is a palish yellow color. It's normally much greener than this. This tells me it's not getting enough nutrients, so that it could very well be root bound. This aeonium velour has stopped growing in its original pot, so that tells me it needs a bigger pot or more root space. And this one is just telling me through its roots that it's root bound. And this New Zealand flax will start growing its roots out the bottom of the pot, and also an indication of being in the pot too long is seeing weeds grow on the surface, so you know that it's been in that pot way too long in most cases. So now you might ask, what do we do with these root bound plants? Do we put them in a larger pot? That's one solution. This is a 2-gallon. You could put it into a 3-gallon and solve the problem here with the growth. Let's say you want to keep it in the same pot that it's in, and you don't want to put out a lot of large plants that people don't want to lug around. For instance, this one right here, there's an easy solution to this one, and that is simply just cutting off half the roots like this, right? Putting fresh soil in the bottom of this pot, and then placing this on top. And that will help regenerate more roots, give you fresh soil, more nutrients, and allow this plant to grow larger in the same container. So that's what we do a lot here at our nursery, because a lot of people don't want huge plants. And if something has outgrown its pot, this is a simple solution. In this case, with this large one, it's a little bit more difficult because we do not want to go up another size. People do not want to lift something this heavy, this agave. So in this case, if I were to keep it, I would probably also prune the roots and put it back into the same size pot. And with the phormium, you can do a little root pruning on non-succulents, but not nearly as drastic as a drought-tolerant perennial such as this. The rule of thumb with drought-tolerant perennials or any perennial is to cut off 1/3 of the roots, no more than 1/3, because they don't regenerate roots as quickly as these plants do. And then if you were to prune the top of it for some reason, but not this one necessarily, another perennial plant, the rule of pruning is 1/3 off the top. But don't cut this in half, it looks terrible by the way. All right, there you have it. And thank you for joining me today to talk about roots, and I hope you learned something new.